Have you ever looked up at the sky and wondered about those long white trails left by airplanes? Could they be more than just harmless vapor trails? Welcome to an exploration of the enigmatic concept known as chemtrails. There's a growing belief that these trails may not be as innocent as they seem, suggesting a more sinister conspiracy that involves spraying unknown substances from our skies. So buckle up as we delve into the controversial world of chemtrails in this video. Meet John, a retired air traffic controller who has spent his entire career observing the skies. This man has seen thousands of planes streak across the sky, leaving behind their telltale trails. But some trails, he says, are not like the others. John refers to these as chemtrails. They are different, he tells us, in their patterns and persistence. John describes how normal contrails, the white lines that follow an airplane, usually disappear after a few minutes. But these chemtrails, they linger. They spread out, creating a haze that blankets the sky. And it's not just their persistence that's odd, it's their patterns too. John recounts seeing grids, parallel lines, and crisscross patterns, shapes that are far from random. He explains that flight paths are usually direct, from point A to point B. So why would a plane fly back and forth, leaving a checkerboard pattern in the sky? Of course, John's observations are just that. Observations. They are not definitive proof, but they are intriguing, aren't they? They raise questions, they sow seeds of doubt, and most importantly, they force us to look up and wonder, what exactly is going on up there? John's account adds another layer to the ongoing chemtrail debate, but what do the experts have to say? Dr. Smith, an atmospheric scientist, weighs in on the chemtrail controversy. With a PhD in atmospheric sciences and years of research under her belt, she's more than qualified to shed light on this complex topic. So, what are contrails? Dr. Smith explains, they are simply the condensation trails left behind by high-flying aircraft. As jet engines burn fuel, they release water vapor into the cold, thin air of the upper atmosphere. When this hot, humid air mixes with the colder surrounding air, the water vapor condenses and freezes into tiny ice crystals, forming the white streaks we see trailing behind planes. Now, why do some people mistake contrails for chemtrails? Well, Dr. Smith suggests a couple of reasons. First, contrails can linger in the sky for hours and spread out into cirrus-like cloud formations, which can appear unnatural to the casual observer. Second, there's a common misunderstanding that contrails should dissipate quickly, so any trail that persists must be laden with chemicals. But what about the conspiracy theories? Dr. Smith is quick to debunk some of the wilder claims, like the idea that chemtrails are part of a secret government program to control the weather or poison the population. There's simply no scientific evidence to support these theories. However, she does acknowledge that some theories, like the idea of geoengineering to combat climate change, are grounded in real science, though they remain largely theoretical and untested. Dr. Smith also notes the importance of skepticism and critical thinking when it comes to such theories. She encourages us to ask questions, seek reliable information, and not accept everything we read or hear at face value. After all, science is about questioning, exploring, and seeking truth. So, are chemtrails real? According to Dr. Smith, the evidence points to contrails, not chemtrails. But she also recognizes that science doesn't hold all the answers, and that there's always room for further investigation and discussion. Dr. Smith's perspective provides a scientific lens to view the chemtrail phenomenon. But can science explain everything? Enter Mike, a self-proclaimed conspiracy theorist who firmly believes in the existence of chemtrails. Now, Mike is not your average guy. He's spent countless hours poring over weather patterns, flight paths, and scientific journals, all to support his belief in chemtrails. He's convinced that these seemingly innocent contrails left by airplanes are, in fact, a covert operation to spread toxic substances through the sky. Mike's case begins with the unusual patterns these trails form in the sky. They're not like regular contrails, he says. They linger far longer and spread wider, forming a hazy blanket that, to him, just doesn't seem natural. He points to days when the sky is crisscrossed with these trails, turning a clear blue sky into a murky overcast. According to Mike, this is evidence of a large-scale operation, one that has been going on right under our noses. But why? What could possibly be the reason for such a grand deception? Mike has theories. Some days he leans towards weather control. He believes these chemtrails are a way to manipulate climate patterns, to create rainfall where it's needed or to withhold it where it's not. Other days, Mike's thoughts take a darker turn. He speculates on population control or manipulation. He talks about substances that could be in these chemtrails, substances that could affect our health, our moods, even our thoughts. He believes that these trails are a silent, invisible means of control, a way to keep the population in check without us even realizing it. And he's not alone. Mike is part of a global community of conspiracy theorists who share his beliefs. They trade theories, evidence, and suspicions, all in the hope of exposing what they believe to be a grand conspiracy. Mike's conviction paints a chilling picture, but is there any truth to his claims? As we delve deeper into this mystery, remember to keep an open mind. After all, the truth can often be stranger than fiction. Chemtrails, contrails, conspiracy, and science. We've heard it all. In our journey today, we've ventured into the captivating world of chemtrails, exploring the different perspectives that stir the pot of this ongoing debate. We started with the witness account, everyday people who look up and see something more than just vapor trails in the sky. They see patterns, they see concern, they see a question that demands an answer. Then we delved into the expert opinion. Scientists and professionals who argue that these trails are merely contrails, water vapor trails left by aircraft. They bring forward evidence, they bring forward rationale, but do they bring forward the whole truth? And finally, we heard from the conspiracy theorists, those who believe in a hidden agenda, a sinister plan, a toxic spray from the sky. Their conviction is strong, their evidence controversial. The mystery of chemtrails continues. What do you believe? Share your thoughts and keep the conversation going.